Hi, I'm Palwasha Sharwani with HCDP. Thank you for joining me during Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month as we meet some of today's most inspirational AAPI community leaders and activists. Today we're here with Stephen Wu, a phenomenal and inspiring local activist who has been on the front lines of advocating for justice and equality for Asian American lives. Hey, Stephen, good morning. How are you
Good
doing
morning.
today?
I'm doing well. I'm
Um,
doing well.
Okay, so you've been very active in Houston for how long now on issues that afflict the AAPI community?
I moved to Houston about 7 years ago, but I think I got more active in 2016 when the election happened. I got more involved with GOTV efforts in the community, making sure that our Asian American communities were registered to vote, had the opportunity to place their ballots, and had language services accompanied with that. Um, but I think it really turned ahead when Hurricane Harvey hit Houston in 2017. So that's why I kind of use those 2 years together.
Thank you. Okay, and while we're on, what would you recommend to our local elected leaders on ways or strategies they can utilize to end violence against AAPI communities or decrease the violence against us? Is there anything that you could suggest?
Yeah, it's a very tough question, and I'm not sure if I have a solution or the solution. But what I would say is, I think for elected officials or anyone really in general that want to help end um, the violence that we are seeing in the Asian community, is to understand why it's occurring in the first place, finding the root cause of those issues. I believe personally that community centered solutions is the approach that we should take. So I would really advocate for policymakers to write up legislation that would study that, like let's say like an office for community violence. Also, maybe have more resources dedicated towards ensuring that people who are low income have a living wage, have an adequate housing opportunity, has health insurance, so that they don't need to resort to other things to survive. So I really hope we move resources to people to help them live a better life. And I'm going to take a quote from a scholar that I was recently reading, from Dr. Celeste Watkins. I hope we can move resources so that we go from dying to surviving, and then from surviving to thriving. I think for me, that is the solution to ending the violence that we are seeing.
Thank you, Stephen, so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to participate in this series with us. We are very proud of you as a local activist and a change maker, and we hope to see more people like you coming up in the next several years here in the state of Texas.
Thank you. And I'm very humbled and honored to have been invited for this, and really appreciate all the work that y'all are doing.
Thank you. Okay, so join us next time when we interview another change maker and groundbreaker in the AAPI community here in Harris County.